Fully packed and authentic news, bringing you sustainable community development news you really cherish on Green Gold.
Nonson abo enyumre so mema wacho emu akwabado ba Green Gold TV enyumre nonson akan kasebo eso enyumre osonfo eyenana ekua ejewa kode bebetra sismedwasa entebu bakenkai kase yi ede amao afei kase de bedimo akotene bi eni Ghana mampeni samrede nene echemo ewo eye Paris meche France memo na dwede bi ekoso ewo modern sem kakra ede ato edwa Sanso enawo ensem fufuro no eyadia Speaker of Parliament enso ensem kakra eda tudwa efa anti-LGBTQI+ bill no ehu wo ensem fufuro so aban so samrede wo de eye bo fufuro kra ena de aba womo a womo eye mfomso o ya kwanso ense hwan ena de sansem we ede etu edwakase yi obetimo enchiemu yebekai enwada edebesi ene anopei enumredie na emfoni bi enenam emmontene so efa eye osrani a wode ne nsa akwakokan ka Ghana fom yenu bi ewo bema kam pharmacy enam so ema Ghana Armed Forces womo ede press release aba emmontene ensem wei ene afoforo bi eka ho nenumrei mede eba bedan wo se nonson akan kase wo Green Gold TV meda me ho aba me ba na kase boni nchemu mede ama
Fully packed and authentic news, bringing you sustainable community development news you really cherish on Green Gold.
Mama sign and our Sibio so video era Green Gold TV na hwenwumre no so akan kase me hye kase bona say ede amao o Ghana mampeni asoye samrede o mampeni ewo eye France me meche Paris ewo ena chese dwumedie bi ekoso ewo hodoma wore ensam kakra ede atu edwa se emprempre die ebeya enka omamuni nyina na se amaya hodo a ewo eye ebibi memhanu sei ana se wiasafana enyina no yenkambom na yenhwese betumi abo insemchofo omadwuma wo mo eye emu
and disinformation to win the global war against misinformation and disinformation. We leave this conference reminded that disinformation is not an abstract issue. It is shaping elections, it distorts public health response, it fuels conflicts and undermines the fight against climate change. A decade after the Paris Accord, falsehood continues to erode public confidence in science and policy. If we're to build a sustainable planet, we must also make an informed public. Likewise, the dawn of artificial intelligence has transformed the information landscape. While AI offers immense opportunities for innovation, it also amplifies the risk of misinformation and economic disruption. Deep fakes, synthetic media, and algorithmic manipulation are reshaping what our societies perceive to be the truth. Our collective task must therefore be to harness AI responsibly, to promote transparency, and to ensure that technological progress strengthens rather than independent journalism is not a luxury, it is a public good. When journalists can hold their governments accountable, societies flourish. When truth is defended, peace is preserved. And when citizens can access reliable information, democracy endures. So the message from this conference is unmistakable, that the world must invest in truth as deliberately as it invests in infrastructure, in energy or defense. The cost of inaction will be far greater than the cost of those commitments. And so finally, let us leave Paris with a renewed determination to support journalists and institutions that stand for integrity and accountability, to demand transparency and ethical responsibility from digital and AI platforms, and strengthen international cooperation to protect information as a shared global asset. In the words of the late Nelson Mandela, a critical, independent, and investigative press is the lifeblood of any democracy. That conviction must guide us as we translate the outcomes of this conference into lasting global action. I thank you.
Way and some kanye kakra or mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama at to draw a war Jimedian say or Paris and no ewo France mino emo. Yen free sa and seminar yonko and some fufrum and fa amount. Chiami penny out no ewo Ghana Mashibe dream a your unmanyam for Kingsford Urban Smana backbane. What the atuja a wakasa a day afasanye Mashibe job for woman tiny emba a ye Mashibe dream a juma say koso or Mashibe dream. Na boma Ghana so yempuntu etumi kwaso no what say sade we nyina no e ha dwene yie pa wakasa ede afa ho ne yintin sama wode tudwa o mrahye bedwem.
I understood the people of Ghana to have overly tolerated us in the 8th Parliament for good reason. The 8th Parliament was a delicate parliament, a hung parliament. As a country, we had an experience before. I've drawn your attention to this when we had the Third Republic. It was also a hung parliament. And so Ghanaians learned a lesson from that and tolerated us. The elections have given us another extreme swing, a populous majority. But whatever we say, because of our other commitments, which most likely take us out of plenary sessions. Before usually I commence proceedings, I always take account of those present. I'm not happy with the situation. I did indicate from the very beginning of this meeting that I have the records of attendance for the first meeting and the second meeting. I decided for good reason not to publish them, but to give you the last opportunity. It looks like that is a catastrophic mistake I made. I should have brought it out and referred members to the Privileges Committee. I thought that was not a good way to start this third meeting.
Yeguswa ewo chiami penny asoye na wade atudwa se wohwe anti-LGBTQI+ bill ya womde eba ewo 8th parliament ni mu dia etwam eko nanso sesi a wo 9th parliament die ewo so mo hwe no mo sanso ede eba.
So are all the businesses that were pending in the 8th parliament. They all ended with the 8th parliament. And so we have a new parliament, the 9th parliament. And therefore what was pending there came to an end and had to be reintroduced. It was actually transmitted to the former president. They wrote to tell us that they will not assent to it. The only constitutional error they committed was they didn't give us the reasons why they would not assent to it, and they did not also transmit the bill back to us. They imprisoned it there. So the 9th Parliament, on resumption, took back the bill, and as you recall, that's a private member's bill. And so members of this House took it up. They've gone through the whole process as detailed out in our standing orders. But as it went through the process, the new government indicated that they wanted to take it as a public bill. I personally disagreed. I made it known to His Excellency the President that this is an initiative of our people, the traditional leaders, the religious leaders, civil society leaders. Ghanaians wanted this bill passed through private members' bill. And so be it.
Yefree Ayamrashibe Drebna, a one sem fufromo, on when for Julius Debrono and a chief of staff, a woman emo. What the Atuja watcher say, a national health insurance levy nimuno, a banya what so, a shresso benya sika botinibi, a day a free musika beat, nebuano ebesum a 3.4 billion Ghana cedi net to me at the abua, na a national health insurance fund nisono, yet to me at the aquaco shemu, and to us our fee and koneri yenedy, na just sikane die yensa akane etimi ede akwa akoshe eye National Health Insurance Fund no emu.
As you are aware, our 2024 NDC manifesto articulated a bold and people-centered vision for the health sector. Among others, we pledged to uncap the National Health Insurance Levy, also establish the Ghana Medical Trust Care, popularly known as Mahama Care, and also implement the free primary health care, FPHC, and expand infrastructure and delivery service. 10 months into our administration, I am pleased to report that we have already uncapped the National Health Insurance Levy, which will make available an extra 3.4 billion cedis into the fund this year. This will go a long way to support claim payment, operations, and administrative functions. We are beginning to see the impact. Rapid claim payment. As of today, the total amount of funds disbursed by NHIA for this year, 2025, to healthcare providers is 2.8 billion cedis. This timely injection of funds is increasing provider confidence, encouraging compliance.
On Monyamfo Kwame Gavins Agboja wono na ye oswafo a wo hwe yakwan ponso ensem ewo omanyi emu wode atudwa se aban ye otisue ehwe nim se eye wo mo aya no mo yemfomso ewo yakwan so ensem titiro ene wo mo aya na che se wo mo elodi wo mo ka ma che se kan krampo no entumi enko esa na de ha kase ene de ebre eye oman no empo se akwanhia betumi krampo etumi esi ene nam so ma on Monyamfo yi ede atudwa Brokoshia committee na wode ensem kakra eto monim se womo a eya na che se ye nam ensem bi suni aka chom se ade a woye die enya de papa entina wo se otumi tu asika botini bi sei titi no womo a eya na womo ehhehye womo ka no ma ne broso no wo se sankofonya kane no na nka penalty bi de be ma mo no betua 5,000 Ghana cedis sika dada no 50 million na sisi ne de ban eka eda kire womo se sika botini 50,000 Ghana cedis sika dada no 500 million eno mo ebetua.
The fees and charges which is in Parliament now, which should mature somewhere next week. Government has actually increased the fines of overloading from the current 5,000 to 50,000. It's a punitive measure. We are also in consultation with stakeholders to see that currently the regime is that when you are overloaded, you are allowed to bring another vehicle to offload the overloaded section and pay a small fine and go away. We are in consultation to find out whether anytime you overload, one of the punishments will be that the overloaded portion of the goods is forfeited completely and the goods auctioned by the state. I believe a combination of those and others would stop people from.
Wey ensema on Monyamfo yi ede etudwa se betumi aboa ne yakwanso jojo ensem ne so no etumi akọ enkan. Yenyina on Monyamfo yi nsem so na yenda ye ho emra.
Hey, a failure ya tiasem de. Ojaba Drilling Company Limited aba ama yensunum aya kono na ehun so ate. Ensuo enkwane ade a se enka nipa ho a ya setena enye. Enu nti ehun behia se yensuo a yenom yede ye ya ade nyina ehun bete. Ojaba Drilling Company e de abefu mfidie ene tu ensuo. Enu nti se ba ne se borehole drilling ana se ebura ana wo pe etu ewo mfie ku school mu ene wo company a entwa wani nhwe Bia, Trisha Ojaba Drilling Company Limited. Yaya geological survey, borehole drilling, pump installation, general pumping, polytank washing, and a generator services. Yesaya water treatment. Found one said ye ensure city, say ye and chirinsio, and I say a thing and a quadarimua. Ojaba Drilling Company Limited. At the Abbey from Fidie Bedya Juma, Unumua, Enkofa or Haubia Embrel. And the individuals and companies, some of the and I say a Buddha etua. Me can for Ojaba Drilling Company Limited. Eddie Amamo. Fair paying for 0554 482245.
My name is Sam the Zebra, and I'm excited to introduce you to all my friends here at Safari Valley.
Hi, I am Amma, and I'm your tour guide today. It's going to be an exciting tour. I can't wait for you to meet all our friends.
We are going to meet my friends, the llama, emu, silky chicken. It's going to be exciting.
Hey!
See you.
And authentic news, bringing you sustainable community development news you really cherish on Green Gold.
So coming home na yakwaji abofo nkrato aba ye to aso ede amao ewo kase no emu na ye ko ensem foforo mu ede a Ghana Revenue Authority epenifo ede ensem kaye kakra ede aba wo mo sesesi ane de wo mo ehwe na ise bibia no etumi akọ eye AI no emu se ese awese de AI no dwumedie esi edini da na ese eboa ye pa ntomo hwe na ese mo tumi de bibia no akọ AI so na etumi aboa emo dwuma a wo mo eye no so no etumi akọ nkan Commissioner General Ura Anthony Sapon Ninsembia what it to for in
the customs area. We are also piloting two technologies in this quarter with a full-blown rollout for next year. One is what we call an AI tool that supports us to do what we call classification and valuation. So when we are bringing in the goods, we need to identify and say it is rice or it's a vehicle. And then once we have identified that, we need to say how much should be the duty that should be placed on it. At the moment, we have a lot of human intervention. So the AI tool is going to complement. Let me emphasize that, not to take away the human being, but it's going to complement in the sense that the AI tool will work within 5 to 10 minutes. The work that is done by the human being for 30 to 1 hour, the AI tool will do it. And it will just pause and wait and let the human beings also do the work, and then we compare. So that at the end of the day, where there are differences over time, we'll begin.
Enwechi was signed edit to Justice Sia Wosha, Jadi Bebrena, a yana kwaso, a wabe for intent, feeding eso into a motion at a summit to me, to be out to sign humans. Now, Boama Ghana economy in Sono, it's me, Ejina and Nasi.
We are also looking at the digital economy side, because the businesses and individuals are moving online, and very soon the younger taxpayers will be online. They will not be in the brick and mortar. So we are at the moment piloting an online technology that will help us to identify e-commerce and other emerging online businesses, so that if the future of income is going to be there, including crypto and all those new emerging things which the young people want to be there. So we need to start.
Yemfrisa and 71 na Yanko Ayawa So West Municipal Assembly. Na some media there assembly no at 7-member committee wa mobile beshe. De see yet nanoda aye benade ya bra aye abansurubi ebu eguye ma nipebi eshem enam dum jaku adarumenti omutimi be yi wo modo omko ayaresabe na nam so ma abaika chipende ohonum ede atoja so mote aye 7-member committee no mahwe na nhwembia efasa esemni hu bia no omotumi between
Ayawa So West Municipal Assembly and the Engineering Council. Yesterday, there was an incident at Roman Ridge, and this press conference or press release is in connection with that. So the Ayawa So West Municipal Assembly and the Engineering Council provide these official updates on the construction incident that occurred on Tuesday, October 28, 2025, and address project sites in Roman Ridge. We wish to clarify that, contrary to initial reports in the media, there was no structural collapse of a 10-story building. The event, which occurred at approximately 12:15 p.m. on Tuesday, October 28, 2025, involved the collapse of part of the first floor podium concrete slab, which was being cast. We understand that 14 workers working on the slab sustained injuries and were promptly transported to the 37 Military Hospital and Ridge Hospital for medical care. As of 7:30 a.m. today, Wednesday, October 29, 2025, 12 workers sent to the 37 Military Hospital have been treated and discharged, while 2 remain in stable condition under observation at the Ridge Hospital. We extend our best wishes for their full and swift recovery. In immediate response, the Ayawa So Municipal Chief Executive convened an emergency meeting of key stakeholders at his office today, October 29, 2025, leading to the formation of 7-member independent investigative committee. This committee, comprising experts from the Engineering Council, Architect Registration Council, NADMO, Ghana National Fire Service, and Ayawa So West Municipal Assembly, is mandated to conduct a thorough and transparent investigation. Its purpose is to determine the root cause of the failure and to propose concrete recommendations to prevent any future occurrences. All work on the affected sites remains halted pending the outcome of this investigation. The committee will issue a comprehensive public report upon the conclusion of its work, and its findings will be instrumental in strengthening our enforcement and compliance mechanisms. We urge the public and media to rely on these official channels for accurate information. We reaffirm our unwavering commitment to upholding the highest standards of safety and accountability in the built environment and in the Ayawa So West municipality. Thank you very much.
na yembra eye twefo himalowa dentra na eho na bai krachipedi awadi edu onmanyafo Patrick Fiabel enso ede atudwa se nansa se ensensem bi enana namontere so enanam abefo ntentai fide no se nansa udu eye district honoma na se mensim honoma a sike bia wo so mutumi de hwe na wo mode eboa eye womo a se bi omodi dem no sasika no asempenifo etoto na se ewo honom eno no de atudwa se sansem ni nyina no enye nokure
Nchirimu ewo mu ni say enye me mabreso. The report is on my table here. It is 2024 report. Even the person who signed for the district chief executive was the then coordinating director. Because me had other than so be the sign my dear mama. This is the report 2024. For which enye me mabre. Until the length and short and say the echoes na propaganda enye papa. Propaganda ni nya na ebone nti the omo ye ni de enya de eya ade a ebe make impact bia but ma clarify ma do ma hu say enye report e ma breso even this is nya ye ba a confirmation was 17th of April nti from January 7th na ban be bo asia be 16th April no this one na be chief executive na coordinating director no abreso. The report is a 2024 audit report. Thank you.
Enwechi was sign editor Semcho for enim se eye womo e woni peso so nyina no won kambom na womboa se de beya mpuntuo mapa ebetumi aba eye nem peso an so.
Let me share my man for bone say I have them at heart. Adibia meye even at the peril of my life kra be mo matimi edi ye a meya mo. Nothing but development. Se beya yemfi ho be ha ye enye se ye wo tupu maro de cheti ye kagana wo ye she baby ye nti ade bi esi ye a government intervention and even the district level local level de betimi aye bia de be de abo omunya reach mu say DC na president mama bo ni din a assembly members ji ni tum esa DC na me o mutu anamom na bibia nsesan na me ma bibia so nsesame bibi be sesame a na ye puntu ho duma a meye ma ebi o expected say omuni se mitumi aye na mo ma performing maku ebi abia eno na ebe ba mo aye asem benye se edin boni bia nti de maka so omunya aresimu
Ye free sansam no so na yato aso dia eno adabaya no nsia empem honum ena kyese ensem bi esiye e wo bema camp na nam so e ma wohwemu a osrani baako a dedi ede William Mensah ena kyese wode ne nsa ekokeka enkrofo mienu baako wono na nya kyese wo pharmacy shop honum na woton ni nuro ena baako nso wono ejina honum so ba beto ade e wo honum na ensem kanya na se de nam sunti a wo yesa no eche na wutie sene ensem ne sitie e wo video ni mu dia na ekomi ese W01 William Mensah wosoma ne ba se wonko no nkoto eye eduro emfa emre no emfri pharmacy honom na no na ne ba no eba ye wo chese enye se eduro no e na chese wosoma no e wo ho na sika wo kaba mum na wotumi erekoto eye ndro nyina no eye 65 Ghana cedis 65 Ghana cedi any sika papa eyi de man ba so wonje nonko to eduro no emfa embra na block abaye ana ne ba ne baye wo ka se enye se eduro no e na wo pe no ko ho no na se bufo e wo eye na komemu to ko ye no e na wo ye se ene be ya brantie na wo eye pharmacy shop wonom no wonje no fa ne sika emfa ema na brantie no so e kire se enya dia eye sa pharmacy honom no wo beto eduro na beto ade bi ho na wo de kwa wo san ba yebe san age ne ede usika ede amount eno ena kyese yesusu se ebia no kwhye papa yi ebufo W1 William Mensah bufo a wode ne nsa ekokeka wo na baba wa ba ko na ogina ne nchen ono so eto na ade obi sa na sem se papa nka be ya gina botre neti ehwa na osre ni eyi ne nsa ede ebonum enam so ma ena no pay military police ensa aso eye W1 William Mensah emu amode no eko eye womo aso eye na ewabri eyade a release bi etumi efree eye Ghana Armed Forces sonom ede ba omo echese omo nsa aso eye osrani emu na fiti se eye mfoni ebeto abefo ententan fidie no eso ena tese womo enya ye so mutumi kansam kakra ede efa ho na ensem nimu enomo echese womo sa aso nimu na asemi esi eye enra October bosome ne da etoso edio nu enkono eno wukuada ewo bema camp pharmacy ba ko a eno ewo honom na mosa asonmu eya anajo no enti eye ennedei anajo no ena je so mosa esonmu hwehwem mapanom eguso a ekoso enti W1 William Mensa ewo mo akache na afensu no wo mo so a ode ne nsa ekeka wo mo so no wo mo so ekọ ayahwe na esetumi ahwe wo mo no so nhwem bia wo bia so no wotumi aye na eno nenam so ema Ghana Armed Forces ede ato Ghana man nyina enum se saa de we de omo nsoso so kra se wo yo sreni na wo de wonsa ebe ka Ghana ni bi esa na se wugu adwuma no ho efi nti nyade a wo mba so saa enyema no so osreni bi ode ne ho ebe hye saa adeboni bi mu se ne de wo mo ne no ewo bi ekapanti kratai ebaaye no na chese Ghana fo bi mu so no kasomoni agiye pa se beba ne sen na wo sreni ebufo be nko ne beba na wode wonsa ebekwa keka eye Ghana fo mienu na se ebufo bi krampo na abampa nke se onya abotre na one abrantie no mpudi nkomo no ne madam anase ne pani no di nkomo se sei e na aba na nka watumi agusika anase wo mfa osika ma wa watwa so na akọ na se wode wonsa ebekwa keka mo pa de eno so enam so ma Ghana fo akasa ede afa ho bra na chese Osreni W1 William Mensa de nsa ekwa kawana de yehwe sene omokwache no ene ahenmachi Entway eyena no pay bra military police ekofa W1 William Mensa edono efree eyene campo honom aha ene vrema kwanyuma yedewo esi ewo kasebo no emuma me na wase papa so fidie no ode to ha na hwe nwumre no nson akan kase medin na ekua ejiwa kode me mammo enhwe
Fully packed and authentic news, bringing you sustainable community development news you really cherish on Green Gold.
Drilling Company Limited aba ama yensunom aya kono na ehun so ate ensuo enkoane ade a se enka nipa ho a ya setena enye yi enu nti ehun behia se yensuo a yenom yede ye ya ade nyina ehun bete Ojaba Drilling Company ede abefu fidie ene tu ensuo enu nti se ba ne se borehole drilling ana se ebura ana wo pe etu ewo fie ku school mu ene wo company a entwa wani hwe ba bia hwehwe Ojaba Drilling Company Limited. Yeye geological survey, borehole drilling, pump installation, general pumping, polytank washing, and a generator services. Yesaya water treatment. Mfano said ye ensuo city say ye enchirinsuo anase efin ana akwadare mu a Ojaba Drilling Company Limited e de abefo fidie be ye ho adwuma onumu a enkofa ohaw bia emrel. Enti individuals and companies se mo pe borehole anase ebura etu a mekanfo Ojaba Drilling Company Limited Eddie Amamo. Frepaying 0554 482245.